Welcome back to the Nancy Levin Show. This is where we dive deep into the truths that live beneath the surface of success. I'm your host, Nancy Levin, and today I want to speak to the part of you that has been checking all the boxes, doing all the right things, and still wondering, is this it? This episode is about that unspoken space between doing well and feeling alive. It's about the hidden cost of high achievement and what it really takes to move from merely enduring life to actually living it. For the first 4.5 decades of my life, I played the role perfectly. From the outside, it looked like I had it all: a successful career, an 18-year marriage, a life that most would describe as thriving. But behind that polished facade was a version of me quietly suffering. Not obviously, not dramatically, just enduring. It wasn't until my marriage fell apart that I realized how much of my life I'd spent surviving instead of living. That wake-up call came when my then husband read through my private journals and discovered a long past affair I had never shared with him. I was away directing a Hay House event when it all came crashing down. That moment of rupture peeled back the layers I hadn't dared explore. And what I found beneath? A life built on endurance, not alignment. If you are a high achiever, you've likely been trained to measure your worth through accomplishments, good grades, the best schools, career success, a polished relationship. And once you've built it, you're terrified to lose it. So you perform, you overachieve, you stay in roles and relationships that no longer serve you just to keep it all intact. You overwork to avoid the discomfort of disconnection. You seek external validation to fill a growing internal void. And you ignore the whisper inside, the whisper that is telling you, this isn't it. If that sounds familiar, you are not alone. The truth is, many of us don't even realize how deeply we're enduring life until the illusion shatters. Enduring life also means adopting the role of the strong one, the dependable one, the one who keeps it all together, the one who never asks for help. But that strength can become a prison. When your identity is built on being needed, it's easy to avoid vulnerability. You become emotionally walled off. You tolerate one-sided relationships far longer than you should. You give and rarely receive. We've been taught that needing others is weak, but in truth, vulnerability is the birthplace of connection. And without connection, we're just managing a life. We're not living it. There's another layer to this pattern, a deeply ingrained belief in scarcity, that there's never enough time, never enough success, never enough love, never enough you. This mindset doesn't just show up in our thoughts, it shows up in our calendars, our bank accounts, and in our relationships. It pushes us to hustle harder, to say yes when we mean no, to hoard energy and time, always afraid we'll miss an opportunity or run out of what we need. But living from lack keeps us in survival mode. It blocks joy, rest, creativity, and true connection. The shift from lack to abundance is not about magical thinking. It's about realizing you are enough, you have enough, and there is enough. So what if you're realizing that you've spent 40, 50, maybe even 60 or 70 years enduring life instead of living it? And what if that realization stings? Then know this: every single day is an invitation to begin again. And the first step, get honest with yourself. Where are you overworking? Where are you still seeking approval? Where are you ignoring your inner voice to avoid rocking the boat? And then begin choosing differently. You don't have to throw your life away. In fact, you simply need to just come home to yourself. So let's look at a few practical steps to move from endurance to living. Create space for stillness. The voice of your truth is quiet, so make room to hear it. Start saying no to what drains you, even if it's uncomfortable. Redefine strength. Let it include softness, asking for help, and prioritizing your needs. Revisit your desires, not what's expected of you, but what you want. Remember, it's not about abandoning your edge. It's about living with intention and aliveness from the inside out. I want to take a moment here to share some common questions I hear when I talk about this very topic. Questions like, can I still be successful if I stop striving so hard? And the answer is yes. And in fact, your success will feel more aligned and fulfilling when it's not driven by fear or by lack. Questions like, what if people don't understand the new version of me? And here's the deal, some won't, and that's okay. The ones who truly see you will remain, and the others will make space for new, more aligned relationships. And then the big question is, how do I know if I'm enduring my life? Ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my truth, or am I performing for approval? Your body knows the answer. So today, remember to ask yourself, am I enduring life or am I living it? No matter how long you've been in endurance mode, you have the power to shift. I'm so glad you joined me today. And until next time, here's to choosing yourself, living in alignment, and stepping into a life that feels truly alive.